Hey guys, Michael with Quiet Lawn here. Before I show you our new shop space, I want to kind of share with you what our original plan was and why we weren't able to go with that. So our original plan was that we rented this lot right here, and as you can hear behind me, it's got great road frontage on one of the busiest 4-lane highways here in our area. So our goal here was to move in, fix all this up, add gravel, add some landscaping. We've already got electric and water here at the property, which is great. We were gonna put like a 40-foot, 12 by 40 prefabricated shed. Nothing fancy, basically a gravel parking lot with the little shop on it. And a nice place where we could keep all of our equipment and everything like that, and have great road frontage, be able to put a nice sign, be able to landscape the front. So anyway, we rented this place back in December, which has been about 6 months ago, and we started the process with the county. And I don't know if you've ever dealt with the county or planning and zoning in your area, but that whole process turned into a nightmare, and it ended up dragging out several months. And come down to it, what our county wanted us to do to basically put in a glorified gravel parking lot is that they wanted us to surround this entire area with a 6-foot privacy fence. They wanted us to also surround the entire perimeter with a landscape buffer, which is basically about a 10-foot wide mulch bed, where you have a tree every 10 feet, bushes every like 2 feet. So basically that stuff alone would probably been about 75 grand to put in there. So one, that already pushed the cost up greatly. Like I said, for basically a gravel parking lot to park your vehicles and store your stuff. But there was a lot of other ridiculous things, and we were just getting into it. One of the other things is they wanted us to put a paved handicap parking spot in the middle of a gravel parking lot right in front of a tool shed, essentially. So that was just one of about 75 things and notes that they came back with. And we dealt with the county. We went up there, and it looked like it was going to be such a hassle, and this process was going to take probably a couple years. It's just an absolutely ridiculous process. I have a friend that has a heating and air conditioning business, and he's going through the same trouble with the county right now, and he said it's probably cost him an extra 200 grand just to build his little shop close to here, and the process is taking him over 2 years. So it's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure it's worse in a lot of other parts of the country and a lot of municipalities, but it's starting to get really bad here. So after 6 months of dumping money into 2 properties and figuring out that this wasn't going to be practical to dump all this money into this location, and there was a lot of other stuff we would have had to go through too. The people that we are renting from, which own this business and own all this land, they decided to rent us some fenced-in area in their existing yard that they already had, and rent us a small office space inside. But I'll show you that. It's not ready. We just got everything moved from the old shop, and I still have to organize it. I still have to get rid of a bunch of stuff, because unfortunately we went from a situation where we were going to rent something that's much bigger than what we have to renting something a fifth that size. So we just, by no fault of anyone's, we just happened to move into a situation where we're going to be in a smaller spot. So we have to be really creative on how we what we have and how we organize it. But it is what it is. It's the thing with business. You gotta be able to roll with the punches and do what you got to do. We're excited to have it. It's definitely an improvement for us where we are. We're excited to have a nice commercial space. There's a lot of advantages. We just don't have the road frontage that I wanted and the amount of space, but the landlord is pretty nice, and I think we'll be able to find some other area on this property that we'll be able to store some stuff that we need for that extra space. But next video I make, I'll show you guys our outside shop area. It's nothing impressive, but it's going to do what we need to do, and it's going to allow us to grow over the next 5 years. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.